You go for it.
Perfect. Well, welcome. My name is Robin Cook. It is an honor to be with you tonight for a few short minutes for this gut health protocol. And I'm a holistic health coach, and this is my dear friend Megan.
Hi. I'm a certified natural health practitioner. Really enjoying people coming to me for wellness consultations. So I do online health consultations or in my home consultations. So really enjoying helping people get them started in a healthy wellness journey. And we're just happy to share with you tonight secrets to gut health. And I want to start out with some quotes here. And when you heal the gut, you heal your body. And getting to the root of your system really starts with healing the gut. And I just want to have you all imagine your body or your health like a tree. So we're going to picture your body just like this tree here. Hope you can see it. Literally, everything starts in the root system. And this is what we call the microbiome. So when that is literally in healthy, good condition and our microbiome is balanced, we're going to have a beautiful flourishing tree. And this is exactly where we want your all's health. We want you flourishing. We want you vibrant and energetic, full of life, and not having the ugly, unwanted symptoms weighing your health down and being a distraction. So literally, we want you all to have the picture of health with a healthy microbiome. Again, getting to the root cause of your health is, again, dealing with the gut. So this is a great illustration that I wanted to share with you all. So let's start with the fun facts.
Perfect. So when we're talking about gut health, let's dig a little bit deeper into what does that actually mean. So the gut tonight that we're talking about is going to be like the stomach, the small intestine, and the large intestine, and the bacteria that inhabit those regions of our body. But did you know that our body has over 100 trillion microorganisms, and they outnumber our human cells 10 to 1? Isn't that crazy? Then also we have between 300 and 6,000 different bacterial species living in our body. Isn't that just astounding? And you might even put a little emoji like, oh my goodness, I didn't know. That is just so crazy. Also, we have 4 to 6 pounds of bacteria in our body as well. So all those little trillions of those microorganisms, they really start to add up in our body. And so we want to take good care of them, and that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Also, did you know that the small and large intestine spans 34 feet? That's as long as a telephone pole. And if we were to stretch it out flat, that would be the surface area of a tennis court. But here's the amazing thing. That intestinal cell wall is only 1 cell thick. That is so tiny and delicate, and so we have to take very good care of our gut and nurture it back to health.
All right, we've got some new people joining us. Thank you. Jacinta, Emily Thompson has joined us, Evelyn, Heather, Dora, Janelle, Rachel, everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Right now, we're just going over some fun facts. Welcome, Patty. Don't want to miss anyone. We want to make this really interactive. We want to see your comments, your questions. Like, hey, wait a minute, I have a question. Well, we'll be happy to answer. So right now we're going over fun facts, like let's blow your mind away with how crazy cool God created us with our gut health and the microbiome tonight. So are you done with your fun facts?
I am.
Okay, all right, my turn. Okay, so this is really wild, and it's very interesting how when all of us are born in our mother's womb, the brain and the gut develop from the same tissue, you guys. So let me see a wow emoji or something. Like, that is how important our gut is connected to our brain. Our gut is what they're finding. Our gut is the second brain.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Everything that's happening in our gut is going right straight to our emotional health, our brain health.
Right.
So I believe that's why we are dealing with some anxiety issues and depression.
Absolutely.
If people don't know where it all begins, it begins in the gut, the microbiome. And if it's imbalanced, we're going to start having some issues.
Yes.
So that's amazing. And then when the tissue from the brain and gut develop, it actually becomes one part, the ENS system of the nervous system, and then the other half of the central nervous system. So it's just amazing how our body is, our gut has its own nervous system. Isn't that wild? Literally. And it actually has more nerve cells in your small intestine than your spinal cord.
Crazy.
So, oh my goodness, the small intestine has more nerve cells than your spinal cord. That's incredible. And then also the happy, good feelings that we have, that we want to have, we all want to be happy. 90% of the serotonin, that is a happy, feel-good mood stabilizer in our bodies, is actually made in the digestive system, not necessarily the brain. So it's more in the digestive system. So that's really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we get our gut healthy, we get happy. How many are excited about a healthy gut and to have a happy life?
Yes.
I know I am. I love it. So we'll go ahead and go over some testimonies.
For sure. Do you want me to start or you want to start?
Go ahead and start.
All right. So for me, I remember growing up, my dad always had gut issues. We always had to go really easy on the tomatoey sauces. He couldn't, do very well with those. And then I remember when he cut sugar out of his diet for the most part and soda, those IBS type symptoms really went away for him. And so I'm just so grateful, the power of nutrition, the power that God has given us to heal our gut. And so I've seen that firsthand with my dad. He doesn't struggle with that indigestion and that pain as much anymore. And so the same can happen for you too. And I know Megan has a very powerful testimony as well.
Yeah, my testimony begins a good 5 years ago. I just started dealing with more allergies, more sinus issues. I would have a lot of irritability.
Yeah.
I would have irritation in my gut that would literally have me in pain for a good day and a half. And it all depended on certain foods, especially spicy foods. I believe we should enjoy every food, right? And we shouldn't have any adverse effects. Well, I was starting to get some allergic reactions to certain foods that would cause a really bad upset, and then just some very, very painful symptoms were starting to creep in, and things weren't going away as easy. And so that's been an issue for me, and also some constipation. I remember, going on vacation and not being able to have a bowel movement for 4 or 5 days. I know it's a little TMI, but I mean, we need to be eliminating more than 4 or 5,
Yeah, 3 or 4 days.
Yes. So I was just like, this is not right. And having heart palpitations again because I'm plugged up, I'm getting some pressure up in here because, we're just a bunch of tubing. And if we're clogged, and it's just not going anywhere, we're getting pressure where there doesn't need to be. And so just some of those symptoms, and I end up getting a really bad diagnosis about a year ago with my pregnancy, and was on bed rest for about 4 months. Just, my health within the last year in the 5 years, has been the worst it's ever been. Again, because I really didn't know how to, tackle my health the right way. I've always kind of been healthy, conscious-minded, but I never was committed and really learned the root causes of symptoms. And so after my high-risk pregnancy and going through, emergency C-section and dealing with, my health on the last rope, really, I didn't know what to do. And God divinely connected me with a naturopathic doctor and God's way to health, finally. And I'm like, this is the path for me. I'm tired of struggling. I don't want these symptoms anymore. And I do have a picture. This is where I was about a year ago. So laying in bed, you know, with tubes hooked up to me, the worst health condition ever in my whole life. And being physically active and fit and everything, you know, thinking I was healthy, you know. But then again, when you get hooked up with the right people, the right path, you know, God's way to health, I began to notice a big difference. So I immediately actually started gut health. And that was January of 2019. So at this very time a year ago, I'm like, I am getting on my gut health and I'm going to see where it takes me. And I focused and I did specific things. I took some specific things out of my diet because I knew that was, you know, building up mucus and some things that, you know, was causing my sinus issues, was causing my allergies. And I have an incredible testimony. When I would be out in the yard and trying to enjoy God's creation, I would be full of mucus and sneezing and allergies, dealing with a lot of seasonal allergies. So I started in January. It was about April. Me and my husband, you know, I've been really focusing on my health. And we get done with the yard, and you guys, I'm not blowing my nose. I'm not sneezing. I'm not coughing and getting the irritation in my throat. Just literally focusing on my gut. It literally took my allergies away, my sinus congestion. I'm dealing with freedom now that, you know, I've never felt, you know, ever had in my whole years of 30-some years of living. 30-some years. And I'm finally feeling freedom. It's okay. I've been where you've been. It's okay. But let me tell you, there's hope when you work and focus on the gut. It's a focused goal, isn't it?
It is.
It's a focused goal, you know. If you can really start working on the gut, you're going to see yourself eliminating a lot of the symptoms. And we'll go into more detail. But I am just so thankful that I'm on the path of healing. And I'm feeling just great. And I'm going to continue on the path.
That's right.
And hope you all do too.
Yes. Come join us.
So we're going to talk about now who is a good candidate for gut health. Do you guys want to comment? Who is a good candidate?
Yeah.
Who is it going to be? Who's going to comment? Is it a certain person? Is it a certain person that's dealing with an allergy? I mean, is it a healthy person? What do you all think? Who is a good candidate to focus on their gut health? Anybody?
I think we better help them out.
You think so?
Oh, here they come.
Oh, everyone.
Yay.
Good answer, Azani. Everyone. Anyone. Yes.
We all do, for sure.
Yes.
For
Connection
sure.
is sluggish. So hopefully, can you guys hear us okay? We need a thumbs up. Unless it's your connection, but hopefully we are sounding okay and we're clear. Can you hear us? We got a comment that we're sluggish. So we got some thumbs up.
Perfect.
Good.
Perfect.
Okay. So that is the correct answer. Every one of us.
Yes.
Every one of us needs to focus on the gut health. If you've never have, it's time. And we are going to share with you the top 5 things. So you guys want to write down these top 5 things that is causing toxicity in our gut health and our whole immune system. These things are weakening our system. And number 1 is heavy metals and chemicals. Number 2 is stress. Number 3, highly processed boxed foods. Dairy, wheat, gluten, same thing. Refined sugars is number 4. And number 5, I don't know if you guys will guess this one. You might not even heard of it. You think they heard of this?
Maybe a few.
Maybe a few. Did you all know that all of us have or are dealing with parasites? A lot of people don't talk about it, but that is a pathogen that we do not want existing. We are actually a host right?
Right.
We are a host to bacteria, and depending on where you've traveled, what you've drank, if you've ate some not very uncooked meat, you probably have had a parasite or two.
Yes.
So does anybody understand, wow, that this is how wild and crazy our our body is a host to some crazy things, and we just need to be aware about it, and that it can cause some illness and some infections. So again, we want to go over these top 5 things. Heavy metals literally come from, if you guys want to note out, tap water. So that's why it's important to have filtered water. Tap water, just go online and check out a water report from your city. That's very easy to do. Mercury is in our dental fillings. So any silver fillings, that's a very toxic heavy metal. Antibiotics, over-the-counter drugs and medicine. Vaccines have heavy metals in them. Environmental toxins, commercial cleaning products. 2 is the stress. It literally causes upset and imbalances in our body, and literally alters our good gut bacteria and could multiply the bad, the bad guys. And then our highly processed foods is like dairy, wheat, and gluten, and our foods are literally being sprayed with pesticides. So we need to be careful about that. Our number 4 is refined sugars. And again, a lot of the FDA approves what? The high fructose corn syrup. And refined sugars is really a major addiction. And I literally met a doctor and shook his hand, and they had done a test on a sugar brain versus a cocaine brain. And guess which one lit up the most? I want to see if you guys know the answer. So the one that lit up the most meant it was more addicting.
Right.
So
more
powerful.
Yeah.
So was it cocaine or was it sugar? Which one is the most addicting? We want to see your comments. Sugar. April, good. Like that answer?
Yes.
Anybody else have a guess? Sugar.
2 votes for sugar.
2 votes for sugar.
Yes.
Yes, you guys, that is how wild sugar is to our body. It causes an addiction more than cocaine.
Crazy.
So refined sugars are made to be addictive. So we want to be careful of those, and I'll explain number 5 a little bit more, since a lot of people may not know about parasites. But they are different than the bacteria in your gut. Their cells, you all, parasite cells share many features like the human cell. So it includes a defined nucleus. So a parasite's bigger than the microbial little bacteria that we're dealing with. So literally parasites can grow into a worm. They're an organism that lives inside another organism. So a parasite loves to be feeding off of some things in our body. So we are literally called the host to a parasite at times. And they like to harm the body, but they thrive on a toxic environment. And again, we're going to teach you how to, let's get the body less toxic. So we're not feeding the bad guys, the parasites. And a tapeworm, you all, can live as long as 20 years in your body and can get up to 50 feet long. I want to see some reactions. Come on, this is crazy stuff, but it's true.
It's crazy.
Where's your reactions? And they literally can attach themselves. So these parasites get in there and they attach themselves to the walls of your intestines, getting anywhere. And you can look this up on the Centers for Disease Control and Medical News. I mean, it won't take you long to find out that the truth about parasites, and we're going to talk about more how we can, just eliminate those pathogens so they're not going to cause any harm to us.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right.
Well, and to go along with that,
Sure.
there are so many symptoms that these different sources of toxins or these different parasites or bad bacteria can cause. And a lot of times, we think, oh, it's just old age, or oh, it's seasonal.
Yeah.
But could it really be the gut? So let's look at some of these things. So how about headaches? Do you know that headaches can be because of toxicity in the body, or that it's our gut saying, hey, I need some attention, I need some cleaning out? Or a weakened immune system, because just like we have 90% of the serotonin being made in our gut, also 60 to 80% of our immune system is in our gut. So it is so important that we take care of it. Diarrhea, constipation, of course, those we're more familiar with. Acne, a lot of times if the body can't get rid of these toxins and chemicals through the feces, it's going to try to come out through the skin, because the skin is another eliminative organ. Also, weight issues, because the body has no choice. Again, if it can't get rid of toxins through the bowel, then it literally stores toxins in fat cells. And until we can detoxify, our body can't get rid of those toxins, and therefore the fat cells as well. So seasonal allergies, like Megan was saying, certain food allergies, skin rashes and eczema, psoriasis, again, the skin connection, insomnia, exhaustion or fatigue, because the body is bogged down trying to wade through all of these different toxins. Sinus issues, prolonged illness, dealing with pain and inflammation, because if the gut is what we call leaky, then these toxins can seep through to the whole bloodstream and the whole body.
Yeah.
And so we can have body-wide inflammation, but we don't want that. There's a better way, and we're going to teach you how to get that. Also, depression and anxiety, cramping, irritable bowels, menstrual problems, brain fog, and memory issues all can be attributed to a gut that just needs help and detoxifying. Very good. So to go along with that, I'm going to show you two pictures, and I'll show you one first. Let's see, can you see that? There we go. So if you're thinking, oh, headaches, oops, there we go.
Can you scoot over?
There we go. Headaches, the hormones, how does that all connect? Well, if you can see here, this wheel, the gut is in the center. And then here on the sides, there's different body organs. So you can see the heart, the brain, the liver. Yes, I'll let you hold it. The heart, the brain. There we go. That's much better. The heart, the brain, the liver, let's see, the nervous system, the skin, all of that is connected, as we can see. So we have to take care of the gut, and then the rest of the body systems can fall into place. All right. And then if you want to flip that, please, they did a study on 4 sets of twins. And the 4 sets of twins, in each set, one of the twins was slim and the other twin was overweight. And they were trying to figure out what that difference was. And the difference was that bacterial balance was different. The twin that was overweight had a lot more of the bad bacteria that was dominating the gut. And then the twin that was slim, they had a lot more of the good bacteria. And so the scientists thought, you know what, let's really see if this carries true into mice. And so they took mice that had been raised in a germ-free environment that had no bacteria, and then they put into one mouse the bacteria from the overweight twin, and that mouse got larger. And then they put the bacteria from the slim twin into a different mouse, same diet that the mice had, and that mouse remained slim. And so that shows us the power of the microbiome, the power of the good and the bad bacteria. And we're going to be talking about, what does this balance look like? How do we cultivate that healthy balance? And how do we overcome these different symptoms that you might have experienced in the past?
Awesome. So now we're going to get into a little bit of what's going on inside the gut. What does it look like? And our gut health organs that are involved, and you all might want to start taking some notes on this part, just giving you a heads up. Hi, Christy. We've got some more people joining us. Miranda, thank you all so much. We're going to be interacting here more, and just comment away. All right, so we're going to talk about, again, what's going on inside of our gut. The gut health organs involved actually begins in the mouth. That's where all the breakdown begins. We need to break down our foods so we can absorb all of the nutrients and all the goodies that we need to feel at our best. Optimal function is what we are wanting in our bodies. So our foods break down in the mouth, down into the stomach, down in the small intestine, and then to the large intestine, or all of that together is called the GI tract. Big, long tube. We're all connected here. And then imagine your body like a huge filtration system. System with pipes, okay? And I want to kind of give you a picture of, you know, like your home or your car, your house has pipes and plumbing. We're going to kind of, you know, get that picture. Just like we need to change pipes and filters in our homes, in our cars to keep them running, we must change some things, right? We got to do the oil changes. We got to change out the filters. Can I get a thumbs up? Because if we don't, what's going to happen? Things are going to start breaking down on us. Not a good thing. So, how many agree? And then, so we want to treat our bodies just the same way, you know, with those oil changes, with changing the filtration systems, so we can get those toxins out more regularly and keep our bodies running good and strong, just like we want our cars to run, just like we want our house to be in good condition. You know, it's like, wow, if some of us could take care of our bodies better than we took care of our house or our cars. You guys, come on. I want an amen. Who wants to start treating their bodies better? Cleaning on the inside. But I know you guys are really good at taking showers. I know you clean the outside of the cup really well. Yes. Or I hope you do. I hope you do. How many like their showers? Yep. Sure. Hi, Christy. She says hello. All right. So just like that, what about the inside of our body? Our body is trying so hard all the time to detox and clean itself. Our body is an amazing cleaning machine. Your body is made strong and it's made healthy, but it's going to be healthier when we give it the right things, right? That's right. So it's, you know, not going to break down on us. And how we do that is through detoxification and cleansing. And again, just like you want to clean the pipes in your home, or, you know, the oil changes in your car to keep things going, that's what we have to do. All right, we want to do a good job. Because when you look down a drain pipe in your home, you guys, you literally see gunk. You see all that built up. And when that built-up begins to happen, what happens? It starts stinking. Literally, we can start stinking ourselves with bad body odor, our bowel movements, things just start getting stinky, all right? And so we are wanting to clean out our pipes. And what it is inside, and I'm going to show you a picture. What it is inside is also gunking up. It's called mucoid plaque. Again, from the 5 things that we talked about, the chemicals, the bad sugars, the highly processed foods, certain foods, sugars, parasites, stress, that can cause some imbalance. And if we've never cleansed, if we've never done some things right, the gunk is just going to keep building and building and building, and it's called mucoid plaque or biofilm. You have 2 terms out there. But we want to keep a healthy intestinal function, and but I want to show you what a compromised gut looks like. Again, because we're talking about all the toxic buildup, all that mucoid plaque. This is what's happening. So we have our toxins, all right, and it's literally breaking through the mucosal lining and causing holes in our intestinal lining here, and it's leaking out and getting into our bloodstream here. So now all of the toxic things, all the inflammation and pain is getting into our blood system because of all the gunk, all of the waste, everything that's not getting cleansed out, our pipes are not getting cleaned out, it begins to weaken, and bad toxins and inflammation and toxic waste gets into our bloodstream. That is a yikes, and we don't want that. But what we want to make sure that our permeability, right, is strong and that it's not weak. We want to make sure that we have a strong intestinal function, all right, where everything stays on where it belongs, okay? We don't want all the toxic release into our bloodstream. We want a strong, healthy gut, strong mucosal lining, right? So we can absorb and get the right nutrients. And so I do like to refer to the mucoid plaque, kind of like if you never brushed your teeth. It builds up, it builds up, it builds up. And that's exactly what we're going to share with you, how we can go in and do some gentle brushing. Yeah, like, you know, my daughter went to the dentist. Let's get the bad bugs off. You know, that's exactly what's happening on the teeth when we don't brush. Bad bugs are just enjoying it, building up upon building up. And that's what happens in our gut lining too. The bad bugs are building up, all the toxic waste is building up, causing a weakened mucosal lining, and our intestinal lining is getting weaker and weaker, and then we get what it's called leaky gut syndrome. And where inflammation, all of the symptoms that you talked about, it gets really painful. And so we want to get the toxic plaque out. And again, like I mentioned to you about how I was so constipated and how I was, you know, not eliminating, I was fully toxic. A person that does not have bowel movements more than twice a day is toxic. I'm sorry to say that, but I mean, that's, you know, the good news is that you need to start having bowel movements, and we're going to help you with that. But do not hold on to your bowels, and when you do, you're toxic. And so we're going to help you to know how to start brushing out the pathogens, brushing out the bacteria. Let's get our energy back. Let's get our abundant life back. Let's get our immune system stronger, because up to 80% of our immune system is in a healthy gut. And we just want to, you know, just get rid of all that toxic waste. That's right. So that's literally what's going on the inside, just to keep it simple for you guys. Yes. And then, Miss Robin, we want to know how we can fix these things. Yes. So we're going to get right down to the punch. We're going to help you all with some answers. Okay? Does that sound good?
Yes. Perfect. So up until this point, we've been talking about, you know, the gut, how it functions, what can go wrong in it. So now I want to tell you, how do we fix it? So we're going to talk about some food ideas. Let me know here if you have like an emoji, like a fun, healthy food emoji. We want to hear about healthy foods. And then also about some targeted supplements to support our gut and intestinal system. So here we go. Before we get into that, I do have a little pop quiz question for you. So we've talked about the good bacteria, we talked about the bad bacteria, but we need to have a balance. Does anyone want to take a guess at what that balance should be? So how much of a percentage of the good bacteria to how much of a percentage of the bad bacteria should we have? Good to bad. What ratio do you think? Anyone want to take a guess? Let's see what they think.
Are we thinking 50-50, yeah. 70-30, like what's good, what's the bad?
I see some fruit. Yay, Rachel.
Thank you for sharing the
awesome.
fruit.
Oh, and Roberta, love the avocados. All right, we have a 60-40. That's a good guess.
60 good, 40 bad, all 60, right. 70-30, 80-20, good
okay.
guess.
They're getting pretty warm.
Yep, they're getting warm here, Robin.
Okay, you guys are getting really close. Okay, so from the research that we found, it should be about 85% good to 15% of the bad. So that way it keeps our immune system on guard, on alert, keeping those good the bad guys low, keeping the good guys high. And so these good guys, though, are fed by good, healthy foods that we're going to talk about here in just a second. But first, like Megan said, this is a journey. You know, it didn't take her overnight to get better. You know, neither did it me. It takes a while. It takes diligence, dedication, and persistence. So we want to share with you what's called the law of natural healing. And that states that the body cannot heal itself in less than 3 months plus every, 3 months plus every 1 month that it's been present more than a year, okay? So it might take some time. Cleansing takes some time to get rid of the old, to bring in the new, but every day you're getting closer and closer to your goal. So keep at it. Don't give up. You know, this is not a quick fix, unfortunately, but it's going to be worth it. Every day is worth it. So let's talk about some food ideas. So I have about 11 different tips that you might want to jot down. So the first thing is we want to be careful and avoid the foods that your body is just naturally allergic to or just doesn't do as well with. You know, take a little vacation from that food. Let your body heal and just give it some time to repair. And then maybe later on in a couple months, you can bring that back in, okay? So that's the first thing, is to avoid any food allergies or foods that you might have sensitivities to. Secondly is, what are we doing first thing in the morning? Megan and I were talking about this, and we're like, you know what does the gut wake up to first thing in the morning? Is it a coffee or a diet soda? You know, thinking that, oh, that's going to get me going. But that's not what our gut wants. Our gut wants something that is going to be nourishing, maybe something warm, especially this winter time. You might want to do some warm lemon water. Does anyone do that? You might want to raise your hand. Or maybe you want to do some chlorophyll water. Maybe you want to do starting a cleanse. That's one thing that I love to do, and we're going to talk about those here in a few minutes. So first is getting rid of the bad foods. Second is going to nourish the gut first thing in the morning. Third is when we are eating, we want to be breathing. We want to eat in a peaceful environment, if at all possible. I know it's so easy to rush, and, you know, barely chew and swallow our food, but that puts a lot of stress on our stomach and our small intestine. And so we want to give our body an easier time to digest its food. And also, did you know that if our body is not in that peaceful state, it's not in that rest and digest, if we are in that fight or flight stress mode, our digestive system does not work as well. Our enzyme capacity is way decreased. So we have to be very diligent, even if it means, like, while we're praying for our food, to take 3 good deep breaths. It makes a world of difference. So do yourself a favor and breathe and chew your food well, okay? The fourth thing is a little challenge. So what if we were to not drink as much during our meal times? And I know we've all grown up with, you know, refills of water or tea, you know, with our meals, but the downside to that is it actually dilutes our digestive acids. And we need those digestive juices and acids to break down our protein especially. And so if we're drinking a lot with our meals, and if you notice later that you have some indigestion, then you might want to do this fun challenge and see if you can keep your liquids to a bare minimum during meals and drink more in between meals. You can have as much water as you want in between meals. Also, 5, kind of along with keeping our enzymes strong, the more raw food we eat, the more enzymes are naturally present in those raw foods. God put them in there. And so when we eat them, our body has a lot easier time, usually, breaking them down. So think of foods like pineapple, or like salads, different fruits and vegetables. They are loaded with those enzymes already in it. But when we cook the food, or if we're eating a lot of meat or dairy, those foods, on the other hand, take a lot of enzymes to break them down that our body has to work really hard at producing to break them down, okay? So the next, in number 6, is to do soaked or sprouted nuts, seeds, grains, and beans. So if you can, maybe you've heard of Ezekiel bread before, maybe you've heard of soaked nuts or sprouted almonds. That means that those seeds, they do not have those anti-nutrients in their coating anymore. They've been soaked or sprouted, and those things that make them harder to break down, those have been washed away or dissolved, and so it's a lot easier for our stomach then to break them down. And so one easy way to do that, say you like almonds, but man, they're really hard. Well, you can put 1 cup of almonds into like a mason jar or a glass of water overnight and let them sit there on the counter, and then the next morning drain off that water and rinse it, and then put those in the fridge for a day or two. And those almonds, they will have absorbed the water, and you'll notice that they're still crunchy, but they're not nearly as hard. So that means they're going to be a lot easier to digest. Same goes for brown rice. If you like brown rice, you can also soak brown rice in a cup of water overnight, drain and rinse the next day, put it in the fridge, and then you can cook it. And that is soaking that rice and making it a lot more digestible, where your body can get more of the minerals from it.
So good.
Oh, thank you.
Love these healthy tips. How many are liking these healthy tips?
Is that helpful? I hope so. Yay. Very good. Let's keep going. Number 7. I love number 7. It's a great number, isn't it? But herbs. We love our herbs, don't we?
Yes.
Oh, we have so many herbal favorites. But there are some herbs that God has given us that support our body's digestion. So does anyone have any guesses as to what those might be? Well, I'm reaching for it. You can type in if you have any ideas. Anyone have any ideas?
We do have a question here.
Oh,
too.
we do. Let me talk about this and then I'll get right to it.
Yeah.
All right, so first is ginger. Yay, ginger. So ginger, you can grate it onto your food. You can put it in smoothies. You can even have it as a tea. But ginger is great for our digestive system. And then also peppermint, if anyone likes peppermint tea. This is also great for digestion. Another fun one is cayenne pepper. That'll get things going. If you are stopped up, especially in the sinuses, the cayenne pepper really helps get that mucus flowing. Also, cumin. Who likes cumin? Love cumin.
I do.
So good.
So flavorful.
So good. So our family really enjoys Mexican food, and cumin helps beans to be less gassy. Woohoo, that's a good perk, isn't it?
Yes. No gas from the beans, please.
Yes. Get all the fiber and none of the gas. And then also last one is chamomile. If your digestive system is a little bit on the unhappy side, needs some soothing, chamomile is fantastic for that. And then we did have a question. Okay, let's see.
And she said we might
Is there
get to
a
it
way to measure how much good versus bad? You know, to measure, you would really have to do like some testing, more advanced testing that either of us are able to offer. But if we can find the name of that or a good source for that, we'll let you know. So that's a great question. Very good.
Okay.
All right. So then number 8, just talking about beans. That's a perfect lead up to this one. Fiber-rich foods. So what does the good bacteria thrive on? Fiber, okay? So we have to have our fiber coming in. Believe it or not, a really amazing fiber-rich food is raspberries. Raspberries have a load of fiber. Pears do, beans do, chia seeds do. Those are all fantastic foods. Brussels sprouts, oh, love the Brussels sprouts. And then also piggybacking on that, prebiotic fiber. So prebiotic fiber is food for the probiotics. Our body does not actually absorb the prebiotic fiber. Rather, it just goes to nourish that good bacteria. So prebiotic fiber, you can find it in asparagus, onions, and garlic, jicama, and then also green bananas, and then sweet potatoes that have been cooked and then chilled in the fridge 6 hours or longer. So any of those foods are going to provide amazing fuel and food for the good bacteria in our gut. So do you have any menu ideas kind of percolating in your brain that you can incorporate all these great things? So then we want to eat color. We love eating the rainbow, right?
Eat your rainbow. Yes. How beautiful and happy you will be.
That's
Eat
right.
your rainbow.
That's right. Sponsored by Megan. No. So throughout the day, think about how can I incorporate more color into my diet. So you can start first thing with a smoothie. You can add in some blueberries. You can have some frozen greens. So that way your purples and your greens are already checked off the list. Then veggies and hummus later on. Maybe you have some red bell peppers, so now you have red checked off your list. Maybe you could do a salad later on with maybe some green avocado, maybe some yellow little tomatoes if you want to. So getting the colors throughout the day. And then dinner, you could do some roasted vegetables. Did you know that you can roast beets? You can roast cabbage, Brussels sprouts, of course. Then also detoxifying foods like arugula, like your cruciferous vegetables, like your broccoli, your cauliflower. So eating the colorful, rich foods, also eating those foods that God has given us to naturally support the detoxification, that fiber to push those toxins out, to feed the good bacteria. It all comes together. Isn't that awesome? I love it.
I love it.
So
God's
good.
fruits and vegetables were made to push out those toxins out of our body, those rich fiber foods.
I love it.
It's just perfect.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're almost there. A couple more tips. The last is going to be organic. It's going to be best. We want to try to prevent our body from having to deal with pesticides and chemicals as much as possible. So as your budget permits you to get organic, that would be amazing. Goal 1 is to eat God's real food. And then goal 2 is to get it in the best quality possible. So as you can get organic, that's going to be so helpful. And if you're trying to figure out, okay, I only have X number of dollars to spend on organic, then you can look at the EWG.org, and they will give you a list of the dirty dozen foods. Those are the 12 most important foods to get organic, and that will save your body a lot of trouble. So thank you for letting me share these tips with you.
And I'll go ahead and put that down here in the comments,
perfect.
Right?
Yes, EWG.
EWG.org. You can get the
list.
The list. I think
And
I had it.
just a few to name. Apples are up at the top of the list. Spinach is up at the top of the list. Celery, potatoes.
Right?
EWG.org. It stands for Environmental Working Group.
And this is where you can find the dirty dozen.
Very good.
Correct?
Yay!
All right.
Awesome.
What's up next?
Woohoo!
All right. So I love that Robin went over. Okay, what is some things that we want to do again to reverse our unwanted symptoms and get us back on the healthy track. So number 1, again, nutritious foods, living foods, raw foods are going to give us the best nutrition. And then also we want to go into more herbal therapies, enzyme therapies, just some more ways to give you guys a gut healing experience. We really want you all to get help in your gut the right way, God's way. And so we just want to share where we get the best quality as far as herbs and our supplements, and it's right online. And then I'll just go over a few things here on why you can trust Nature's Sunshine. naturesunshine.com. I would highly recommend you, if you have your notepad handy, naturesunshine.com. Scroll all the way down and you're welcome to get their email. And they're always, sharing great healthy things and discounts and amazing things on herbs, things that can help you. And they have up to 500 amazing, consumable, all natural, better than organic supplements for you. And so Nature's Sunshine's motto is about quality, service, and integrity. You need to really find someone that is in it for your health. Okay, it's all about integrity. And they are really strong about potency, purity, and safety for your health. Do you want results? Do you want a safe product against bacteria, mold, and just so many things, heavy metals, that's just to name a few, pesticides. I'm sorry to say, but on the shelves, It's been tested. We recently had a friend reach out to us and share they had something, you know, taken to the lab, and there was mold. Mold, you guys, are in products. That's very serious. So you want to trust your source. Okay, how many with the thumbs up want a reliable, trustworthy source? So I do a lot of researching, and I finally landed with who's going to give me quality. So, and I'm so thankful I can finally trust some amazing company with my health, and that is Nature's Sunshine. They are the herbal experts. They have been around for it's 47 years, so almost 50 years that they are so reliable in the health industry. They recently received the Forbes, this is huge, they received Forbes Top Trustworthy USA Company. And that was an award that they received, and this is what's really cool. They were the only supplement company. That's huge. Did you all know that the supplement company is a billion, I'm talking billion-dollar industry? And for them to make the top, and the only supplement company to make the top trustworthy company, that's very special. They made history. This is super special and why I love them. They were the first company and made history to ever encapsulate herbs. So they literally were the first ones to encapsulate God's goodness. And they are testing impurities by parts per billion. How many know a company right now? I want to see a comment. If you know of a company that tests parts per billion against all toxicity. Anybody know of a company? Yeah, that's amazing how far they test. They have 1 drop of a pesticide, 1 drop of mold, and this is how they test. 1 drop of anything like that, anything toxic, they can test in 20 size Olympian pools. Whew, that's amazing. And then when they find that toxic bacteria or whatever it is, they immediately reject it. It's gone, okay? So, and then they do hold superior gold standards. They are NSF certified. They are ISO 9001. What's on the label, you're getting in the bottle. Yes. How many want to trust their labels? Because it's going in your body, honey. You're right. So you want to trust your labels. And this is something for all of you. Enjoy their free education. Yes. Enjoy getting free education. You just hop on to NSP webinars, and I'll be glad to share that with you. NSP webinars is where they are sharing from natural doctors, master herbalists, Robin, that have been doing this for 40+ years. It's really, really exciting that it's a community. It's a community thing where we really want to get educated on what's right and what's good for us and for our families. So anytime that, you know, you are around Nature's Sunshine friends and family, like, welcome to our family. Welcome to God's goodness and the new health journey. So it's really good. So I'm so super proud to say that I am very thankful in all my research. I feel safe. I feel confident in getting what I need now. Yes. All right.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautifully said. All right, so let's get into some specifics. So Megan and I, we got together and we put together 2 different bundles that we want to share with you. And so after this event is finished, we can send you a specialized link so that way you can view them and learn even more about them if you would like. So the first one is the beginner bundle. So if you're like, you know I do need to do some work in my gut. I don't know if I want to do like a full-blown cleanse. I want to do something. This is the bundle for you. And so we want to start with one of our favorite products. This is called a flower remedy, and it's called Be Responsible. And so this is really helpful for the emotional side of things, letting go of some things and then wanting to move forward and taking responsibility for your health. So we love using this. This is a little dropper. that you can put into water or just take it under the tongue, just a few drops, a few times a day. And this helps with, again, the emotional side of things. This is the essence of flowers that has been put into purified water and distilled. It tastes really, really good too. It's kind of like a homeopathic, so it's a really good place to start.
And you get that emotional awareness.
Yes.
It really works fast because it's right under the tongue, gets right into your bloodstream, and you get the benefits of, I can do this.
Yes.
I can conquer it, you know, so, and take responsibility of what's really good for me. I want to be a good steward.
That's right, absolutely.
I love flower essences. They're not a vitamin, they're not a mineral, it's just literally energy from God's flowers. He made them with special energies for us. So, yep, God's flowers are amazing and healthy.
And very safe.
Very, very safe. Yes.
Yes, we like safe.
Yeah.
And then the next one is one of our favorites. This is, liquid chlorophyll, ES, which stands for extra strength. So if you put this into your water, it turns into this beautiful emerald green water, has a slight minty taste, but this is helpful for deodorizing the intestinal system. It is a wonderful antioxidant, super nutritious. It helps with energy levels. It gently detoxifies the body. It's great for the liver detoxification, and it's also even been known to have anti-cancer qualities. So if you want to learn even more, we have this really handy dandy cheat sheet there that tells us all about chlorophyll. This, you can take it in water, in a little bit of water, or in a lot of water, however you like the taste of it better. And then you can also put it into smoothies. That's one thing that I actually do most every day. Then you can do a probiotic. We have talked about good bacteria, and maybe you haven't taken a probiotic in a long time, or maybe you never have, or maybe you just really feel like it's time for a gut reset. We really like, this is Bacillus coagulans, and so this is a shelf-stable probiotic. So it survives the stomach acid. It does not have to be refrigerated. You can even cook with it if you wanted to. Isn't that crazy? But this has been known to help with some digestive pain, you know, or some intestinal discomfort. It's great to help reset that balance of the good bacteria overriding the bad bacteria. So this is a really good one to start with. And then lastly is our Love and Peas sugar-free protein powder. And so give it up for Love and Peas if you have tried it before. It is a staple at my house, and I know Megan's house as well. But it is a vegetarian protein powder. There's no refined sugar added, which is great. It even has some superfoods in there. 20 grams of protein per 2 scoops serving. It's vanilla flavored, so it goes really well just by itself. Or if you want to add cocoa powder or berries or cinnamon to make it kind of spicy, whatever you want to do, but that is going to be a great source of nutrition and easy to digest protein. So there you have it, 4 items in our beginner's bundle.
All right, so in our beginner's bundle, there is 1, 2, 3, and 4, correct?
Yes.
All right, so we've got 4 products then in our beginner's bundle, and reach out with questions. Please, we want to answer your questions and concerns on anything that we're talking about here. We want this to be interactive and fun and learning. All right, so we are going to get to the next part here. So if you're someone that's like, it's my time, I am tired of symptoms, I know I can do it, I want my gut health microbiome totally rejuvenated and renewed, I'm ready to get my energy back. That's how I was. That's exactly how I was. I was, you know, at my lowest of lows, and I'm like, I need my immune system back. I need my strength back. I want to have, you know, abundant life for my health. So I went all out with gut health. I wanted to do the ultimate gut package. So this is what I did personally. Again, I'm not dealing with sinus issues. I'm not dealing with my constipation, you guys. I'm going on vacation now, and I'm not waiting 4 or 5 days to have a bowel movement. I'm having bowel movements every day. I'm getting rid of those toxins. I am feeling free in my energy, And a huge part of that was because, I mean, I hopped on the bandwagon of God's way to health. I mean, his way works. Who wants something that works? His foods, remember the foods. Remember, you know, all the herbs and the wonderful green things that we're sharing. It works, you guys. You will get your life back. It works. You just keep going. And that's what I had. I had a mindset of I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going until these symptoms are gone. So the number one natural supplement that I would recommend someone that wants to do this and really start brushing out the toxins, getting rid of the leaky gut that we called earlier. Let's start healing the gut lining. Let's stop the inflammation. Let's stop the pain. You need this. This you cannot find anywhere else but through Nature's Sunshine because it's patent pending through Nature's Sunshine. It's called Ultrabiome DTX. It is advanced. How many want a heavy metal eliminator? This is going to boost your immune system. This is not hurting you. All right, this is what we all need to get new life, to get new health, to get a new balance of microbiome working for us, to get our immune system working at the 80 to 90%. That's right. So this is going to strengthen your health. And advanced heavy metal detoxification with the gut barrier. We want to keep the inflammation out and not leaking into our bloodstream. So we want, what is amazing is that it has amazing fiber in it. It cleanses the digestive tract with the fiber, the chlorophyllin, and the zinc, okay? And then what this also does, it provides the great balance of our microbiome. Let's get back to that 85-15, right?
That's right, absolutely.
And then the glutamine in this, you guys, is what supports the cellular integrity of gut barrier. Again, we don't want leaky gut. We don't want inflammation, aches and pains, the things that are causing pain in our body, the colds, the viruses, the sinus, the allergies. And then also this has tons of antioxidants to support your gut health. And there's apple fruit, green tea, olive, grapeseed extract, broccoli, cabbage, red beet, tomato, turmeric. And we're going to demonstrate here. It's a drink. Yay. So it's just a drink packet here, and you put the whole packet in a cup of water. We're going to split this, and you just stir it up really good, and it's a wonderful drink. And you want to take it once a day is what I would highly recommend.
Drink lots of water throughout the day.
Because again, it has a lot of fiber. It's pushing out those toxins, you guys, and getting out the heavy metals. Cheers!
Woo! To gut health.
Our Ultrabiome DTX. So that is part of the ultimate gut health package. Next is, you guys, with all of the built-up that's happening, again, we want the enzyme. We need enzyme therapy. This is a very special, specific enzyme. It's called protease enzyme. And I want to explain to you exactly what it's going to do for you. It's literally going to go in and break down, remember what I call the mucoid plaque, the toxic buildup. Imagine if you never brushed your teeth, all the plaque building up, all the bad bugs, all the fungus, all the yeast. Have you heard of candida? Have you heard of fungal infections? All that is lining up. And the bad bugs are loving it, and they're building fortresses in it. They're building their own colony. And we want to break down the bad bugs. We want to break down the colony that they live in. How many knew that? Does anybody know about that the bad bugs are trying to protect themselves in our gut, and we need to break them down? And that's exactly what Protease Plus is. It is an enzyme that improves protein digestion, reduces that inflammation, and it improves the immune function. And it's got the special beetroot fiber, trace mineral concentrate, and many, many other vitamins and trace elements in this, you guys, to give our bodies that extra breakdown, to get all the unwanted toxins to flush out. How many like that? How many want to break down all that mucoid plaque? I don't want it. I don't want to have leaky gut. No, thank you. And then we want to let those bad bugs not live in us anymore. So that's great. And then do y'all remember me talking about parasites? Yeah, we really do have parasites. If you've had pets, you went out of the country, you've drank bad water, you have ate some uncooked meat. Do y'all think of this? Animals carry bugs, right? You think animals, you know, they've got their hosts too, you know, they're hosts to some bugs.
Yes.
Well, pets can, you know, easily give off parasites as well. And then we've got a lot of ways that they can enter our ears, you know, our mouth, our nose, we touch anywhere. And an egg from a parasite gets on us and gets in and it starts forming. Uh-oh. So what we have is a special herbal remedy for you guys that works. This is going to attack every bad bacteria. Again, the fungal, the yeast, all the things that are causing, you know, imbalances in our gut to make us more prone to sickness, sinuses, allergies, and then the parasites that get in there. We want to use Artemisia. Artemisia is an amazing herbal blend that you must have. All right, and there's special instructions to this. You want to take it 10 days, then off 5, on 10, off 5. The reason is our parasites are laying eggs. Right? They're having babies inside of us. That's yucky, guys, but it's the truth. We want to make sure that we are, you know, getting everything that they are forming in our bodies out of us. So Artemisia is an amazing special herbal combination that's going to work against, again, all of the bad bacteria and parasites that we know about now. It's got cloves, it's got garlic, it's got ginger, it's got mugwort, it's got olive leaves, spearmint, turmeric, wormwood, all of these together working against the bad bacteria and getting everything to exit that we do not want to live inside of us.
That's right.
So we are through with our 2 packages. Again, we have the beginner and then we have the ultimate. And then if you were invited, you know, and, you know, are interested and wanting to get into this health journey on reversing, you know, some symptoms that you're dealing with and want to get your gut back in check and get vibrant health again, we will definitely reach out and give you a link. And with all of these special, amazing, better than organic products that you can trust. And we'll give you results. What's next on our agenda, Robin?
Well, I think we need to do some question and answers and a giveaway. What do you think?
Oh, yep, the giveaway. We've got a couple giveaways that we want to definitely let you guys be aware about. So right after the question and answers, we will be glad to give away a very, very special healthy item and then a very useful item. So how many like giveaways? We want to see your hands. Woohoo! All right. Yeah, we've already got a testimony from Rachel. Woohoo!
Awesome.
She knows this stuff rocks. It works. It's you know, what I love is that a lot of, you know, what Nature Sunshine does, they have clinical studies with real people. So they want to make sure their product works before they give it to the public. So yes, yeah, we know the stuff rocks. They know too. So we want to do question and answers. Any question, and do not be shy, because what you're thinking, someone else is thinking. So we want to hear your questions, concerns. We don't care, you know, we're here to help. Is it a nutritional question? Is it a parasite question? Is it a yeast or a fungal? Is it dealing with candida? Is it dealing with, I just need to have, you know, I don't want to be dealing with, you know, sickness anymore. Whatever you have in mind. Any questions about Nature Sunshine? You have questions about what we do as health consultants? Any questions? All right. Yeah. That's a good one, Jacinta. Yes. We love that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for coming.
Yes.
We are so grateful for you being here and giving us this opportunity to share. We pray it's been very helpful and impactful.
Yes. We want to be a blessing to you all and to your health. Let's see. She was saying sluggish people. Yes. If you're exhausted and you feel like you need to rely on caffeine,
Yes,
rely on
so true.
some other ways to get energy, it's time for a gut health checkup. It's time to get going and getting the microbiome balanced and getting your energy back again. That's good. We have a question, Tyra. Here we go. What are some probiotic foods that are good and healthy?
Sure, that's a wonderful question. One of my go-tos would be fermented vegetables. If you want to do that, I would start small and just see how your body does with it. You know, sometimes people need a little bit of time to cultivate that better bacteria and get back into balance, because it can be a war there at the start. You know, those bad bacteria, they don't want to give up their home. And so if we start putting in more probiotics, probiotic-rich foods, prebiotic foods, or these fiber-rich foods, you might feel for a day or two, you know, like you've got some kind of the rollers, the rumblers, you know, some gas maybe, and that's because there's a battle. You know, the good guys are like, yes, finally, good food, and the bad guys are like, no, I don't want to leave. And so just give you a heads up with that. Start small, and then see how your body does, and then you can add a little bit more. Another word good that is good is miso. It's fermented chickpeas or soy, and you can use that in salad dressings or in soup, like miso soup. And then, of course, the prebiotic foods, those are going to feed the probiotics. So that's going to be, again, your onions, your garlic, jicama, asparagus, green bananas, and then cooked and chilled sweet potatoes. Those are all going to be really good. And of course, a probiotic can help fill in the gaps too if you need to. There's also dairy-free yogurt too, like cashew yogurt, made with cashew milk or almond milk yogurt would be good too.
Okay, so we have a coffee question.
Okay, coffee, you know, there can be antioxidants in coffee. If you do coffee, I would keep it to a minimum, and I would get the best quality, like organic coffee. I would do it in purified water, and the key is I would not do it on an empty stomach. Coffee is so acidic that if we drink it on an empty stomach, it can go in and it can wipe out some of the good bacteria, and we don't want to do that. So at least have water and some breakfast first, and then you can have some organic coffee with no sugar. You know, some stevia would be good, maybe a little bit of almond milk, something like that, and that would be the best way to do it, but still I wouldn't overdo it on the coffee.
Now, if you're wanting to do the 3-month, I would say, you know, go to an alternative.
Yes.
I love Dandy Blend.
Yes.
I don't know how many have heard of Dandy Blend, but it's a great, it tastes like coffee, but it's herbal.
Yes.
And it's very convenient, and stir it in your cup and go, and that's what I do. And again, if you're wanting to do, you know, the gut, you know, for the 3 months for the natural law of healing, yeah, I would go with a Dandy Blend or something more herbal that tastes like coffee.
That would be good.
Yeah, is an alternative idea too if you want to do that.
Good question. Good thoughts.
All right.
Yay.
Awesome, April. Thank you for your testimony. I have enjoyed it. I have been on it. Thanks,
Good.
Megan. Yay.
Wonderful.
Great, April.
Yay.
Yep, so happy for you. Keep it up.
Yes.
All right.
Good.
Yep, we're going to do a giveaway.
Yay.
Let's see. How do we know who's still with us?
Indeed.
Do we click up here? Who's with us? Who's with us? Who wants this? Who wants the giveaway? So we've got, let's go ahead and do this one. Drum roll, please.
Long drum.
We need to see comments. We want to see who wants it. Who wants it? Who's this? Who's this like, who liked it? I can't see. April says, me. This fall was the first fall ever that my kids did not get sick.
Oh, praise the Lord. That's awesome.
Wow, good testimony.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes. They did not get sick.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Gave Nature's Sunshine elderberry, the love and peas. Every other year they'd get multiple viruses and sicknesses during the fall. But not this fall. They did not get sick. Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
Yeah, that's what we want to hear. Great. Awesome, Rachel. So we're getting ready to give away. What is it? What is it, Robin?
We have a stainless steel eco-friendly straw.
Awesome. And actually, we've got a whole pack of them.
We do.
Yeah. So I want to get rid of the whole thing.
Oh!
I want to give away the whole bundle. Show them how many's in there.
Look at them all.
How many want to do their chlorophyll drinks with some stainless steel safe straws?
Woohoo.
All right, who we got here? Who do we got here? All right, so it looks like, who do we pick? Who do we pick? All right, it looks like we are going to go with, looks like Jacinta. She was one of the first ones that said, I do.
Jacinta.
Jacinta Sinclair, still with us and learning. Thank you for your time and being with us tonight. We will connect with you and get you the nature sunshine. Share away if you want. You got lots of straws, honey.
Yay.
So, and then we want to do another giveaway. All right. So who really wants to work on their gut? They really want to get in on the beginner gut package, or they really want to get in on the ultimate gut package? Who would that be? We want to see your hands. Oh, someone else said our family has not been sick for a year.
Thank you, Jesus.
Woo!
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's great. We love these stories.
Yes.
All right. Ooh, Natalie Weedman, she was the first one to say me.
Yay!
She wants to work on her gut health.
Woo!
You go, girl. You're going to get the chlorophyll.
Yay!
We're going to set you up with the ES liquid chlorophyll, get your energy, your intestinal, your stomach, everything that you want, and it's very delicious. It is like a super green, refreshing spearmint flavored water. So refreshing. All right, so we have our winner for chlorophyll. We'll write your name down.
Yay.
Natalie, you'll get a full bottle of a 16 fluid ounce. It'll last you for a good month. It's a great month's supply. And then our Nature Sunshine handy dandy bundle will go to Jacinta.
Perfect. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congrats.
Awesome.
All right. So I have some of it. I'm liking it.
Good.
Oh, good, April.
Yay.
I want them all, Jacinta says.
Cute.
Yeah, awesome. Yes. Well, we will be reaching out. The ones that have invited you, they'll reach out with specialized links that you guys can help yourselves to learning more about the products and ordering whenever you're ready. And it is worth it. It is worth it. Remember the testimonies that you've heard, and even more testimonies that are coming, even from you.
That's awesome.
And it's a journey. You can do it. God's way to health is the best thing, and He knows. He knows what's best. He created you, and He knows what's best. If you be a good steward and choose His way, you will get and reap the benefits of health forever. The future of health is upon you, my friend, and you can do it. All right, well, we appreciate you all very much.
Yes.
And if you have anything else in the future, you know, for questions, let us know.
For sure.
We do want you to reach out to us. Maybe you have a friend or a family member that you would find that would really like this information. We love to educate.
Yes.
That's what we're about. We're about the real, the raw, the education. We can do another, you know, online education event. Reach out to us and invite your friends. And let us know who would like this and who would benefit too. And happy to help. All right.
Awesome.
So you'll be sending out links for these products. Yes, we will.
Yes.
Yep. You let us know, and we'll reach out with the beginner and the ultimate. You can decide. And again, I did the ultimate, and that's where you get the best results. Is definitely the ultimate gut package.
Love that.
Yeah. Love it too. That I am so forever grateful for doing the gut.
Oh yes.
The gut ultimate package. All right, we're just checking to make sure we're not missing any questions. We don't want to miss anybody's comments. So, like we have another one coming. All right, thank you very much for sharing such great information. Well, thank you all. Appreciate that. Happy to help.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. And then we did, I guess, everything that we wanted to do to bless our friends.
Yay.
So everyone have a great night.
Yes.
God bless you. Yep, God bless you. Thanks, ladies. Great job. All right. Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
Another comment here. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you for caring. Thanks for the awesome health info. Love this. All right. I didn't have to drive to the class.
Love it.
Like the convenience.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll do it again, my friends. Whoever would be wanting this in the future. So we'll let you all have a great night.
Oh, bye-bye.
Happy health to you all in the new year of 2020. All right. We'll end it.